Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I wanted to do a 6-month baby update and then a postpartum update for me. Now I'm fairly new to this world, so there was not an update for any of the other months that he's been alive, but since the 5-month to 6-month mark I did write down a list of things that I've been noticing. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with me because I don't really have much to update. I just wanted to touch on a few things. So being postpartum, I have had a tremendous amount of hair loss. It just is everywhere all the time, and there's 2 reasons why I'm losing so much hair. The first one being my hormones are still a mess. You know, I've not gotten my cycle back, so all my hormones are still crazy, and I'm sure they will be crazy for a while. And then the second reason is because of this guy. He is always pulling on my hair. Even if I have it up in a ponytail or in a bun, he just grabs and grabs and grabs. Now I have extremely long hair, and I do want to get a haircut. I need a haircut. It's not that I want to, I need one at this point. It is just out of control and I never do anything with it. I used to have a complex when I was little about getting my hair cut, and I'm an adult now. I shouldn't still be worried about going to the salon and getting my hair cut. The only other thing that I wanted to mention for myself is how I've been feeling. So I have noticed if I miss a couple days taking my prenatal vitamins, because I'm nursing, I still take prenatals, and at this point, even when I'm done nursing, I feel like I'm still going to be taking prenatals. I've noticed, like, if I miss a couple of days, I feel like crap. I feel lethargic, I have 0 energy, and I don't want to ever do anything if I miss like 2 or 3 days taking my prenatals. And that's really it. Like, I just get very tired, very lethargic, but I just wanted to note and touch on that I feel like doo-doo if I don't take my vitamin. So now on to Memphis. I have quite a few things to touch on. First, I want to mention he has been struggling with the cold the past like week and a half. It didn't get really bad until about 5 or 6 days ago, because at first he was just like coughing here and there and he would sneeze, and then it was just like one day he woke up and it was like a nasty wet cough, snotty and then congested, snotty and then congested, and he was not sleeping. He still is not sleeping well. He wakes up about every 45 minutes to an hour at night, and I know it's due to the cold, and it could also be due to him just going through a sleep regression. I know that happens, but he's not been resting well because of him being sick. Now, I did take him to the pediatrician earlier this week, and they checked they listened to his chest, his back, looked in his ears, and the pediatrician had told us, you know, we don't see anything wrong with him. It could either be that he's teething or he has a slight cold. Just go get some saline, keep him elevated, and use a humidifier. So we did all of that, but I wanted to mention, let me grab it real quick. Alright, so I wanted to mention, I hope it focuses on this, but this is the Oil Logic Stuffy Nose and Cough Oil. It's for babies and toddlers. You rub it on the bottoms of their feet, their chest, and then their neck, and it just helps like open up their airways, and this has been wonderful. Now, for me and my household, we don't really like taking medicine. We don't want to pump our bodies full of poison. So I have really been struggling with that, and a lot of times people are like, well, why don't you just go get cold medicine? And I'm like, it's not really like, it just makes me nervous. But this has helped so much, and I'm not worried about what I'm pumping into my baby's body. So if you don't know what this is, I suggest you go and get it. We got it from our local Walgreens. Hey guys, me editing here. I just wanted to add, it's been about 3 or 4 days since I've recorded this video, and Memphis no longer has a cold, thank God, and he is sleeping about 3 to 4 hour stretches now. Okay, so enough of his cold. So that was like some of the bad news out of the way. Another thing that I want to mention in here, just so that I can look back on this, is he is a nursing baby. Earlier this month, and even when he was like still 5 months old, he was struggling with going number 2. His bowel movements just were not regular, and there was a point in time where he did not go for 3 weeks. And I was freaking out, Derek was freaking out, our whole family was. And every time we would take him to the pediatrician, because those 3 weeks I took him in once a week, like, hey, it's been 5 days and he hasn't gone. Hey, he still hasn't gone. And every time, you know, they were like, well, we're not seeing anything wrong with him. He's not, you know, dehydrated. He isn't bloated. If he's not throwing up or any of that, we cannot really tell you what's wrong. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, quick side note before anybody decides to come for me in the comments. The pediatricians did say that with nursing babies, it can be alright if they go a long time without using the restroom, since breast milk does not have fiber in it. Just wanted to add that in here because I did not mention that in the video. And then the last appointment that we took him to, they were like, we'll start him on purees, see how he does with those. And I was like, okay. So that's when we started giving him purees. And it was still like 2 weeks into the purees, he did not go. And at that point, we were getting ready to call a specialist. And then he had the absolute biggest blowout, probably of all time. And I'm just gonna tell this whole story. So right after I finished dinner, he was whining and he was in his little walker, and I was like, what is his deal? Like, you know, he's got his toys, he's got his lights, and I walk over there and I pick him up and I just feel it. Like, I grabbed his poop and I was like, ew. And I ran into his room, his nursery, and I was like, Derek, I need you to get me a bag and scissors. I did not want to pull this up over his head because it had come all the way up his back into his hair, which he doesn't have much hair, but it was all the way up his back, all the way up his head, out of his onesie, onto his arms. Like, it was disgusting and it was everywhere. And then from that point, I have a hair. Oh my god. That's why I say I need a haircut. But from that point on, he's gone every day, if not every other day, which has been great. I also forgot to mention that during the time he did not go, the doctor told us to give him like told us to give him apple juice, prune juice, Miralax, and he is kind of refusing a bottle, so that was really difficult. I did buy the Mommy's Bliss Constipation Ease. That did not work for us. At one point we did give him a suppository, and he did go with the suppository. After that, he didn't go for like another 2 weeks. So there was a total of like 5 weeks where he just was not going. But now he is good to go. Okay, so now that we've talked about the potty issue, I want to talk about his purees. So he has been eating purees for about a month now, and he loves them. I really wanted to go the baby-led weaning route, but after talking to our pediatrician, it didn't seem like the best choice, only because I'm not CPR certified. If I was, I probably would go ahead and do the baby-led weaning, but I don't know. I don't want him to choke and then something awful happen. So we did not go that route. With the purees, his favorite has definitely been the apples. Now we're trying to stay away from all of the sweet stuff and definitely trying to give him more vegetables. That way, you know, a year from now, he'll eat vegetables and not just apples and bananas. So I also wanted to talk about the, let me go grab it. Gosh, why didn't I come in here prepared? All right, Memphis, we gotta get up again. We'll be right back. Okay, so we have been giving these to him. Now, they are for babies that are able to sit on their own, and parents' discretion, if your baby isn't sitting on their own and you want to give these to them, that's what we're doing. When we are eating dinner, we will give him these organic teethers. Now, these are the pea and spinach flavor, and this is what they look like. And they just dissolve right away. And he loves these little things. As you can see, he is like super excited about them. But I just wanted to show those to you. Now, he is still nursing, so milk is his main form of nutrition. All right. So, his favorite people. So, of course, he loves Mommy. Mommy is his favorite. But when Daddy gets home, he just wants to stare and smile and giggle at Derek all night long. Even when we go in and lay down, because he sleeps in our room in a bassinet, all Memphis wants to do is stare at Derek. Like, that is it. And it is the cutest thing ever. Besides Mommy and Daddy, his favorite person is his grandpa. So my dad turns into like the baby whisperer whenever we come around, and it's so funny. The position that my dad is in, he works from home, he manages people from home, and when we go over there during the day to hang out with my mom or my sister, when he comes out, like, he might be talking to one of his guys and he'll be all serious, and then the moment he hangs up the phone, he's like, "Come here, baby." And it is just so funny because he's just this muscular man that is talking to a baby, and it is hilarious. But Memphis loves him and cannot get enough grandpa. Another thing that I wanted to mention is he is not sitting unassisted yet. Now, we are working on it and he's almost there, but if he like loses balance, he's not able to regain it most of the time. Sorry. He's not able to regain his balance most of the time, so if he leans back too far, his head will take him the rest of the way back, or if he leans to the side, he's gonna topple over. But we're working on it. See, we're working on it. And right now, I don't know if, comment down below, but he isn't like looking at me and going, "Mama, mama, mama," but he will mumble and it sounds like mama, and I swear it's not just me hearing it. So I don't know if that's considered his first word or not. Comment down below if you would have considered this to be your baby's first word. Now, the last couple things I want to mention is stranger danger in knowing between good and bad people. He has, it's not been like crazy stranger danger, but he's definitely gotten to the point to where he gets really uncomfortable with people, or like if we're in a store and people are staring at him, he'll cry. And I'm just going to use one example, and this is why I think he knows. I'm not going to compare him to a dog, but you know how dogs have the intuition where, you know, they know if you're a good person or a bad person. That's how I feel anyway. I think Memphis has that same intuition, and we were in, where were we? I had taken him to Target like 2 weeks ago. And there was this man, who kept trying to like talk to him, and I mean, he was in my carrier, so it's not like the man was trying to grab him or anything, which I just watched Shannon Rose's video of a stranger trying to take her baby, and I probably, what the hell? I don't know what that was, but something just made a crazy noise. But I just watched Shannon Rose's video of a man trying to take her baby, and I probably would be in jail for murder, or prison, not jail. But anyway, he was just trying to talk to Memphis and trying to like get his attention and try to like grab his toes, and Memphis started screaming. And I mean, I don't know the man, so I couldn't say if he's a good or bad guy, but like, he's like, he was scary looking for sure. I will confirm that. But again, I don't know him, so I don't, you know, he could have just got out of Bible study, you know, I have no idea. But I believe that Memphis knows good and bad people. And that's pretty much it for our 6-month baby and postpartum update. So yes, comment down below what your baby's first word was, and if you would consider Memphis's babbling to be his first word. Be sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.